Isa ka ba sa mga stress na sa pagbabudget dahil tumaas na naman ang presyo ng mga bilihin? Sagot kita, Food Explorer! Magluto tayo ng mga putahing magaan sa bulsa pero swak pa rin sa panlasa. Tulad ng lazy siomai.
Papakita ko sa inyo kung bakit pangtamad itong version na to.
At pork dish na meron lang 3 ingredients. Sa mga gusto ring mag-dine out pero nagtitipid sa pamasahe, may ipapakita si Lexi Gonzalez na isang 2-in-1 tambahin sa San Juan.
Tagay.
Samantala, makipagkwentuhan tayo sa mga kusinhero ng Santa Ana.
Kami po ang unang-unang original na nagtitinda rito.
Unang-una, sipag at tiyaga at quality.
I'll let you in sa isang sekreto na iilan lang yung nakakalam. I don't really watch other food content creators postings. So yung mga recipes nila, hindi ko talaga napapanood. Aside dun sa mga select few na kaibigan natin, personaling kakilala natin, off-cam. And this is one thing that I've really wanted to try for so long. Yung mga lazy siomai na recipe, I'll give you my own version. So lazy siomai, kasi literal lang naman, hindi ka na magbabalot mano-mano. Kasi mamaya, papakita ko sa inyo kung bakit pangtamad itong version na to. So we have here your typical ingredients. We have here our ground pork. Meron naman tayo ditong shrimp na hina-hand chop natin. You can definitely use food processor, but personal preference ko lang na gusto ko uneven yung cut ng shrimp natin just for texture. Ito yung ating hinchay, garlic powder, our onions of course, pepper, salt, oyster sauce, and yung ating chopped shrimp. So let's just work our mixture. So, ganun lang kabilis yung mixture natin. So, we're just gonna add 5 spice. Medyo kukontrolin natin yung portion na yan ng 5 spice. Medyo agresibo kasi yung flavor niya. So, kapag naparami, it might actually ruin the dish. And then, ito na yung tamad version. Meron tayong pot dito. Lalagyan lang natin ng konting oil. Kuha tayo. Malaking bola. Yan. Lalagay lang natin sa loob. Same thing, isang portion, bola, lagyan natin sa loob. Next step would be yung ating siomai wrapper. So kukuha tayo ng isa, itatap lang natin doon sa mga bola-bola na ginawa natin. So once ma-cover natin yung ating mga meat mixture ng ating siomai wrapper, tatakpan lang natin yan. Habang unti-unting naluluto yung ating first version ng ating lazy siomai, papakitaan ko rin kayo ng isa pang nakita ko. So we have here a ramekin, touch of oil, layer lang natin to ng siomai wrapper. So parang lasagna yung peg naman itong diskarte na to. So that's the bottom layer. And then we're just gonna fill this or stuff this with our mixture. Another layer. So papasok lang natin to sa steamer and then let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then, by that time, sakto na rin yung ating unang version ng ating lazy siomai. Kung ano man yung recipe mo ng siomai, syempre, ang magdadala pa rin dyan at the end, or yung magpapa-enhance ng sarap niyan, is yung sauce. So we have here some oyster sauce. Lagay lang natin yung ating onions. This is optional actually, pero kailangan meron tayong chopped garlic. Let's add in chili flakes, some sugar, some soy sauce, pepper of course, and some vinegar. Lagyan din natin ng chopped spring onions. To finish it off, let's pour some hot oil. Mag-ingat lang po pag gagawin nyo ito sa bahay. Make sure na wala kayong matatalabsikan dyan or ma-handle nyo ng maigi yung inyong pot of oil. Kasi pag hindi, aksidente ang mangyari. And syempre, i-mix lang natin. Ready na yung sauce natin. Ready na rin yung ating dalawang lazy siomais. Pwede tayo mag-serve. Boom! Ladies, dig in.
Sarap po siya. It is so good. Perfect.
Time for another Fresh Farm Facts! Tanong sa atin ni Chef Gerald Reboya, ano ba ang mas matimbang sa food service? Lasa ng dish with short prep time pero gumagamit ng artificial flavoring para maging umami? O lasa ng dish na niluto the traditional way gamit ang natural ingredients pero posibleng mas mahal? Para sa akin, Chef Gerald, it's a combination of the two. Lalong-lalo na kapag negosyo ang pinag-uusapan, kailangan mabilisan lang yung pagluto nito. Pwede kang gumamit ng mga flavor enhancers, that is something accepted sa industriya, while preserving yung mga traditional way. Kagaya ng paggamit, of course, ng natural na ingredients. Pero hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na isa lang yung tama. There are definitely ways na pwede mong mapabilis at maging smooth pa yung service ninyo by using the best practices ng modern techniques at saka traditional way. Salamat at good luck sa'yo, Gerald. Plado dapat ang galawan natin dahil sa mahal ng gasolina. Kung trip ng barkada ay magkape tapos segue na sa inuman, magagawa nyo yan pareho sa isang 2-in-1 tambayan sa San Juan. Dadalhin tayo ni Lexie Gonzalez sa isang micro-diner. Cafe sa ibaba at hidden bar naman sa taas.
Tagay!
Hi, Food Explorers! It's Lexi and I'm back here sa ating Farm to Table. And now I'm here with Sir Mikel, founder and CEO of Mabuhay Cafe. And right now, we'll do a tasting of mga pastries and their coffee. Looks really good.
It is. I'm excited for you to try it. So we recently launched this one just yesterday. We call this the Mabuhay Spaghetti Joy.
Mabuhay Spaghetti. It's an homage to...
It's an homage to one of the biggest
yes,
fast food brands here in the
locally.
Philippines. So it has Filipino-style spaghetti inside. And then the sugar that you see, it's garlic, sugar, and butter.
It's like my childhood.
It is.
Falling through a croissant. Ang sarap. Crinkles.
Yes, crinkles.
Crinkles. Classic. Sa bakery.
Correct. It's spelled as crinkle kasi it's my recipe. It's our Filipino-style cookie, diba? Kung meron tayong mga panaderia, yan ang cookie version ng Pinoy. Super moist, soft, chocolatey, sweet, and
Still
it really
very
goes
Pinoy.
well with our coffee.
And sobrang lambot. Queen Saymada.
Yes. The usual na ginagawa ng mga cafes, palambutan sila ng ensaymada, diba?
Yeah.
Here, gagawin namin crispy and flaky. Para kakaiba.
Yeah. So good. Ayaw mo siyang nauubos.
Yes, correct. We go about, how many pieces? Around 120 pieces a week.
Wow.
And it's best paired with that salt foam latte.
Very undertoning lang yung milk nito and yung sweetness.
Correct. And then
As compared to the richness ng flavor nito. So pang...
baliktad naman siya.
Yes, pang balance siya.
correct. Second best seller namin. Siyempre, proud ang Pinoy sa ube.
Oh yeah.
We have our own version of the ube. So we call it ube latik latte.
Actually, ngayon lang ako nakakita ng mga ganyan in a cafe.
Nice.
Oh. I love it! Hindi
Naisip
siya...
mo kagad summer.
Yeah. At saka the color. I love yung mga gantong color pastel.
We call it the white champorado latte.
Champorado!
And it has dilis on top.
What? This is dilis?
Candied, yes.
Candied dilis. Mmm. Mmm. The dilis is the aftertaste.
Yes.
Ang nakakuha ng attention ko now is the dilis aftertaste. But don't get me wrong, it's not malansa. It's just the actual flavor of the dilis that I can taste right now. Mm. Bukod sa we like the dilis aftertaste, di ba minsan gusto rin natin yung meron kang crunchy na nakakagat, di ba?
For texture, yeah. Correct. Hello mga food explorers. I will be inviting you here sa aming munting shop called Mabuhay Craft Coffee. We are found in A. Mabini Street, San Juan City. And then sa likod namin, merong pinto, aakyat kayo, meron kaming secret bar doon. Pangalan niya, Malagihay Cocktail Club.
After mag-chill sa kapihan, ready na si Lexie sa walwalan.
Hello! So we've transferred to a different part of this place. Connected pa rin siya sa cafe sa baba. It's just upstairs. It's hidden. It's called Malagihay Cocktail Club. Bakit siya Malagihay?
It's kind of like a deep Tagalog term. So, probably your lolas and lolos would know. For some, it's like a little wet, a little dry. But for us, it's actually a little tipsy, a little buzz. So, you're not drunk, you're not sober. It's just right in the middle. So, it's like the perfect balance in between. Because our concept actually is a neighborhood cocktail bar where, you know, we try to sit in between those fancy cocktail bars and your regular hangout spot. So the space is, technically it's like a living room, but we also invested a lot in our sound system. Para even if the music have good energy, people can still talk properly.
We'll be making drinks right now.
Yeah. Our Banana Con Royal, basically inspired by Banana Con Yellow. You're gonna start with your shaker. Yeah. Then you're gonna use a jigger.
Ako talaga yung gagawa.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
You can grab the jigger, pick one.
The jigger.
Yeah.
Usually, pag may gantong klase ng alcohol.
Oh, pwedeng tanggero.
Oh.
Until the line. Yan.
Yan.
Pour it there.
Okay.
So, you have the gin, now you have lemon. The other side naman.
Okay.
So, you pour until that line naman. Then, this is, we call this a banana oleo. You can pour it until the hip. So, fill it up. So, we call it banana oleo. It's, the flavor is actually coming from banana skins. So, instead of throwing out our banana skins, we use it.
You know, shout out sa friend ko, you guys would like this. I know.
Then, this is egg whites. This is to make the cocktail fluffy. We have we call this a banana milk. So, this is made with saba, if you're familiar with saba.
Yeah.
It's
So,
a variety,
ito yun.
yeah,
Ito
so
na
it's a
yung-
variety of banana, plantains na we sit it with milk para it absorbs the flavor of saba. So,
Okay.
yeah, you this. Then,
Ito na yung pinaka-essence. As in,
yeah. Then fill it up also. Until full. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. Pour it over.
Ooh.
Then lastly, medyo mad scientist ka, maybe put in 3 drops.
Wow, may ganito pa.
So this is our stabilizer naman for
Okay.
2, 3. There you go.
Okay.
And first, we're gonna shake it with 1 ice. Just to make sure it's flop. So you hold it here. Yan. And then one here. Then up and down lang. Shake it. Yan.
I think I've done this before, but this is way cooler.
Splash a little bit of Prosecco inside. And then pour until it fills up. You basically need to rest this for about 2 to 3 minutes in our freezer. And para mag-build up yung formation sa loob. And then you
Okay.
can top it up again para mag-fill up.
That's cool. Even the glasses, no? I remember may ganyan kami baso when I was a kid.
We try to make it as homey as possible, as familiar as possible for Filipinos.
Yeah.
So here you go. This
Okay. This is after 2 to 3 minutes in the freezer.
Yeah. And then you can grab our bar spoon. Put a little bit hole in the middle. So you just poke it up.
Okay.
Yeah, go. Yan.
There.
And then pour the whole milk dun sa pinuk.
Sa gitna.
Yes. Slowly. There you go. Now it turns to like a shuffle. Perfect. Wow.
Ang ganda.
There you go. So now you have our banana con royale. Let's go.
Good, guys!
How's it?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good, guys. Meron siyang hint of the alcohol, pero it's more banana.
Yeah. It's like banana milk.
Yeah. But I mean, you would still know na you're drinking a cocktail. I love
Same.
Ni Lexi sa Malagihay Cocktail Club. From chill to just a little tipsy. At parang namumulutan ka pa, Lexi.
So now, hindi pwede namang puro inuman lang tayo. We need food to balance it out. And we have here the lechong baka. Very classic, paborito ng mga Pinoy. Sobrang lambot. I love the fat. It's just there to be savory. The meat itself is already enough, in my opinion. Now, here's the sisig, another Pinoy classic pulutan. Let's mix it. Alam mo naman ang sisig, dapat hinahalo ng maayos yan, di ba? Nakasaan ko yung liver. Well, tagay ulit. Tagay. I'll see you here in Malagihay. Tagay.
Lexi, uwian na ba? Bakit parang
Ano
kinuha
ba
mo
to?
pa ang menu?
Kasi, inabot sa akin ni Kit itong menu nyo.
aha.
And then, nakita ko na meron pala kayong categories. Like, there's mood, there's moment, and then memory.
So the essence of yun nga, like I mentioned, it's the philosophy feeling kasi we like hanging out because we feel something as
Yeah.
Pinoy, diba? Technically subdivided sa tatlong categories,
Yeah.
mood, moment, memory. It's basically something that connects us Filipinos is yun nga, the philosophy feeling.
So,
But-
yung ininom natin ininom ko kanina, yung naubos ko.
Yeah, so
Nasa
it's-
core memory siya.
Yes, core memory because it kind of like reminds you of something.
Should I pick?
Sure.
Ano? Maybe, nabanggit mo kasi kanina tong dipping sauce. I'm intrigued.
So first, we're gonna start with lambanog. We also use local spirits
Oh
here.
my.
So we have a new local rum, white
Ooh.
rum, which is this one is basically agricole style. Agricole style is para siyang French style rum. Then we have sotol. You can say sotol is kind of like kasi ng tequila. It's also a Mexican spirit. So here naman, it gives a lot of like barbecue-ish aroma and flavors. And then we could pour in our lemon.
There you go. Ganon
And
pala
then-
dapat. Like,
This is our red onion shrub that's made in the house. So since
oh.
may suka siya, we need to put in
Specifically
element.
for this drink nyo ginawa that
Yep,
one.
Yep. Then
Then
shake it
Okay.
hard.
Ooh.
Yes.
I love it! Oh.
So it's sour, it's savory, but it's very familiar.
Yes.
It's a bit vinegary, but still like approachable.
It tastes like the actual sausawa.
Yeah.
And I now remember it. And it's good to see dipping sauce. Ano yung dipping sauce, di ba? Ano yun?
Sausawan
Sausawan,
terrain.
oo. This is a good place, guys. Definitely.
Ang bantayog ng pagkaing makabayan, ang kampyon ng kalan, handang tumuklas ng bagong lasa. Bumubuhay sa tradisyong kanilang kinagisnan. Lasapin natin ang kwento ng bawat kusin hero. Food Explorers, nakakain ka na ba sa loob ng palengke ng Santa Ana? Kung hindi pa, ito dapat ang next food adventure mo. Ang tikman ang palabok at kakanin ng mga kusin hero sa palengke ng Santa Ana, Manila.
Masarap po, lagi naman kasi kami bumibili ho dito, kaya alam ho namin ang lahat.
Si John Fair po, lagi dito kumakain. Sarap na sarap po siya sa aming palabok. Kumukulo na po yung sabaw ng palabok, sabaw ng ano po to, buto-buto. Eh, lalagay na po natin yung cornstarch. Then, susunod natin yung egg. Nagsimula po ito nung buhay pa yung mga parents ko. Sila po nag-ano nito. Kami po ang unang-unang original na nagtitinda rito. Lahat ng tinda, meron kami noon. Kumpleto kami. May kanin at ulam, halo-halo, lugaw, palabok. Inano ko lang po yung recipe ng mother ko. Hanggang sa ngayon, yun ang ginagaya namin. Kaya hindi nagbabago lasa. Meron po akong 4 na anak na puro lalaki. May kanya-kanya na rin po silang hanap buhay. Yung panganay ko po ang isa kong kasama. Ang pangarap ko sana umunlad pa kami ng maraming customer.
Kung si Aling Baby ay kilala sa legendary palabok, may kusin hero naman ng kakanin.
Lagi akong bumibili dito ng mga kakanin kasi matagal na sila, kilala na sila dito eh. Etong sumas sa ibos ang madalas kong binibili dito kasi hindi talo, malalaki ang gawa.
Ako si Roberto Bobby de los Reyes, sumunod na generation na 4th generation. Nag-umpisa 1950s kay Inaang. Ito naman kasi, itong kakanin namin, na bali unang generation ay galing kay Inta. Unang generation. Nung dumating sabihin ako na 4th generation, kami na mismo. Lahat ng kakanin nanggagaling sa Taguig. Doon niluluto sa bahay. Tapos saka namin dadalan dito para pagsilbihan ng mga taga Santa Ana. Sa akin pinasa ng biyanan ko. Ako nagtiyaga. Kumbaga ako pinahali din sa akin. Babi, tulungan mo ako. Walang mag-a-assist to. Kundi ikaw lang magpamana nito. Etong mga bibingka namin, ito yung pinaka-bestseller namin. Bibingkan natin kung tawagin. Tapos dito sa sapin-sapin, ganun din. Mais, putong bigas, eto kamoting kahoy, eto salihiya, eto ibos. Etong putong bigas naman ito, alas 8, alas 9 ubus na. Kasi pag araw ng linggo, mabenta namin to. Ang alam lang namin, ngayong kabataan, mga millennial, hindi sila masyado sa kakanin. Pero may mga henerasyon na bata ngayon, nakasakasama ng magulang, at mahihilig sa kakanin, naiinganyo sila. Kaya masarap tong kakanin namin, araw-araw fresh. Kaya lahat kami dinadayo dito.
Saludo kami sa inyo, Aling Baby at Manong Bobby. Kayo ang nagpapatuloy sa pagpapasa ng recipe, pangarap ng pamilya at tradisyon ng pagkain. Ito ang kanilang kwento. Sila ang ating kusin hero.
We made a recipe where I showed you my understanding of an authentic Ilocano pinakbet. So, may mga nag-comment sa atin, may mga nag-share ng kanilang take, ng kanilang siguro perspective, ng kanilang recipe, ng kanilang history.
Sa version ni Richelle Daliva, pinipisat ang kamatis. Para sa pamilya naman ni Marlene Ordoña, may tatak ang hiwa nila ng gulay. Pahaba. Kakaiba naman ang teknik ni Glenn Valdez Vega. May tamang oras at timing ang pagtanggal ng takip ng clay pot. At imbes na haluin ng sandok, inaalog lang niya ang ingredients na hindi niya ginigisa.
Again, at the end of the day, a dish is your preference. And each dish has its own history. But again, that's the beauty of gastronomy. For as long as we have this discussion, I think mag-e-evolve pa ang pagkain Pilipino. So I would always invite our food explorers to please join our conversation sa ating mga social media platforms and share your thoughts, share your history, and share your flavors para mas marami pang nakakaintindi ng tunay na pagkain Pilipino. I'm sure marami sa ating mga city dwellers, mas preferred na pag magluluto sa bahay, mas simple yung recipe. Eto, wala nang mas sisimple pa sa kinamatisang baboy. Main ingredients, 3 lang. Baboy, kamatis, tsaka yung bawang. Siyempre, yung pampalasa, hindi na natin ibibilang yon. So, we're just prepping up our meat. And then, dun sa ating hot wok, lagay lang natin siya. No oil. Lagyan lang natin ng konting tubig. Saka natin haluin. So habang ating pinalalambot at pinagba-brown yung ating baboy, prepare lang natin yung ating aromatics. Season lang din natin ng ating salt. So, lagay lang natin yung ating kamatis. Perfect time para mag-prepare naman ng ating bawang. So, lagyan na rin natin yung ating bawang. So, at this point, maganda na yung browning. Kuha ko na yung kulay na gusto ko. Finish lang natin ang ating fish sauce. Siyempre, paminta. Pwede tayo mag-plate.